Welcome to another exciting episode of the IsaacBoyz podcast. Dwayne the Ghost alongside Terrorizing. Coming at you guys with episode. Who knows at this point? I think it's 107.
107.
Hopefully it's that. It's been so long. We do have apologies for all you guys. We took a unannounced, unplanned, unforeseen hiatus that we did not mean to take. Every week we still gotta do a podcast, and every week something comes up. So we have no one to blame but ourselves.
We've just been really busy lately,
Mm-hmm.
which is a good thing, keeping busy.
Yes and no. It's busy and it's productive.
Yeah.
I think we were very busy. I don't think we were that productive. Well, some areas were productive, but there's a lot of busy work. But work nonetheless, getting stuff done, and stuff just coming up. And all that good stuff. So dealing with lounge stuff,
Is
baby
one thing.
baby stuff.
It's another thing.
It's another thing. Baby, for those that are wondering, baby's good. She's adorable. She's cute. She's growing. She's taken up all of my free time. I just no other place I'd rather be than next to her. Just chilling, doing a whole lot of nothing, but it's good times though.
Yep, I remember those days. Just you get so much value doing absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Like, I had such a great morning this morning. It was just me and her. Mother took off for a little bit to do some stuff, and it was just me and her, and we had like the best morning. Literally the best morning. Oh, love spending time with her.
Yep. Better times are coming.
Can't wait. 'Cause, yeah, she says she's still, she is under 10 months, so she's still, becoming more and more aware every day. She smiles from time to time, but I still can't like make her laugh on cue yet.
Mm-hmm.
Still working on that. That's priority number one, is to get her to laugh whenever I want, and then I'll feel like I'm doing the
Doing your duty.
doing my duty as a dad, as a fun dad. But yeah, she's growing, smiling. Just the other day, like, 'cause my wife does video calls with us, while I'm here, and she's home. Every once in a while she does a video call, and the last video call I was like, it made me teary eyed, because she, like, as soon as she saw me on the phone, she just lit up. Like, damn, like, nobody's been happy to see me in a long time. It was like,
yep.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, you're too cute.
There's gonna be a lot more of that coming.
I'm sure.
It only gets better until it gets worse, and then it gets better.
Yeah, I'm sure, but it was quite the trip. I wasn't expecting that, but she was literally just lit up and was smiling and trying to talk and all. I was like, chill, girl. Daddy's at work. But yeah, loving every second of it. And it's only when you become a parent you can appreciate, what your parents did for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 100%. I was actually waiting for you to reach that point, because a lot of times we take a lot of things for granted.
So, as you said that, I wasn't planning on talking about this on air, but I guess I'll do it now. I had a moment last night, actually, along these same lines, where it was just me and her just chilling. She was awake. Her mother, I think, was sleeping, so just me and her. And some song came on, because there's a channel we listen to where it had a bunch of like toddler tunes or whatever. And some song came on. It was a Disney song. I want to say it's "When You Wish Upon a Star" or something that just brought me back to my childhood. And then I was thinking about how our childhood was. It was pretty awesome. It wasn't perfect, but it was we had a lot. Had a lot going on where we were being younger and going to Disney World and all that, and
all things considered, yeah.
all the things that the blessings that our parents struggled to get us and all that. And I was like, damn, like, I wonder if I'm gonna be able to take care of her the same way like my parents took care of me. You know what I mean? I was like, and it really hit me like I feel like I'm behind the curve. And I had that moment last night. I was like, I gotta step it up, man, because when you consider all your parents did for you, like, huh?
Yep.
You get a better appreciation for all of that. So
Now what our parents do for you and continue to do for us,
yeah,
Not only that, but like you mentioned, like we were very blessed, with our upbringing, and there's a lot of things you just kind of take for granted until now you're in those shoes, and it's like, oh well, wow, that must have took a lot. That must have took a lot to do what not only dad, of course, now, but mom for sure. I mean, she.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about all the things that we had,
Yep. It's definitely something. I mean, I wish we could do, I guess, a better job of showing our appreciation.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that, especially now, and of course, in hindsight, having, people that are, 1 second here, we gotta.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry about that, even though we're closed, people still show up at the lounge sometimes. But getting back to my train of thought, I wish we could do a better job of showing our appreciation. And I was saying, like, in hindsight that where we are in life right now. Grandmother recently passed away, stepfather passed away, and all that. Like, it just sucks that now I'm coming to the realization because I wish I could do a better job of
letting them know and showing appreciation. Yep. But we still have both mother and father, and while they're still here, I guess it's time for us to do a better job at that.
100%.
And if you're listening out there and you still have your parents or have people that raise you, and don't wait too long to come to this realization.
Yeah.
Because we're only here for a short time.
This is true.
And some people's time are shorter than others, and sometimes you don't get to say what what you realize, a little too late. So.
Yeah, you should have said so. But yeah,
definitely. I mean, I felt that same realization when we lost our stepfather, because me being a stepfather as well, kind of puts you like, wow, like the lack of appreciation that I felt like we showed. It's like, man, is that around the corner waiting for me? It's like, we're getting very personal on here, but it's always good to open up every now and again.
Cause come to these realizations, so somebody can hear it, learn from it. But even if you hear it, sometimes it just you don't have an appreciation for what's being said until
it's you. Like, it doesn't matter how much times you hear it. You know what I mean? Like, probably most, but this probably just goes into one ear and come out the next. Listeners are probably waiting for the lounge stuff, for the gamer stuff. But it might resonate with somebody.
It might resonate with someone, but yeah, one of those moments. So it's just putting me in a mindset to where I know I have to do a lot more than I'm doing. Even though some may say we're doing, a lot, but there's more to be done.
There's a lot more we can do. I mean, I feel like with the lounge, the success the lounge has been experiencing, it kind of put us in a state where we kind of coast a lot. Like, we know what to expect, and as it happens, we just
kind of go with the flow.
Yeah. But there's more work we can be doing.
Got to get back into that growth mindset to where when we started, we're
that
trying
hunger.
to figure.
Yep, we're trying to figure stuff out, and we're so many things we figured out, and then after a while we kind of plateaued and we just kind of coast. But it's time to start figuring out more stuff.
For sure. That being said, the lounge has been this month has been somewhat of a swell. It started out pretty good. Actually, no, it started out
slow.
Started pretty slow. It picked up a little
bit,
and now it's kind of
dipping back down.
Which
it's
business. With Paradise Jam in town, it's kind of expected.
Yeah.
People rather see a live basketball game, so which is fine. We're still doing our thing here, which is pretty. We're doing. It's not like we're doing terrible.
Yeah.
Doing something. So, but yeah, we do with all that. We do have somewhat of announcements, I guess.
Yeah, we got a lot of things on the horizon. A lot of improvements that we're going to be making to the lounge. We probably you guys probably hear that a lot. And for people that have not been to the lounge and hearing improvements being to the lounge, you probably won't even know anything what we're talking about
or appreciate it.
or appreciate. But for people that have been in the lounge and have seen the growth, they kind of definitely appreciate it. Not only with our, decorations and how we organize certain things, but also with, our merchandising. We're bringing in a lot more anime merchandise now.
Mm-hmm.
We have tons of more stuff to bring in. We just need the space to
store it,
which we're working on as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get some more storage areas set up, more display areas set up. Because that stuff, that's this stuff is paying the bills.
Right now I think the anime, the anime figures and stuff, anime merch on a whole, is kind of what's keeping us afloat right now. A lot.
Yeah, a lot of days.
A lot of the slower days where you're wondering what's going on. Someone comes in and spend a couple $100 on figures, and it's like, oh, there you go.
Yep.
Go from having an okay day to a decent day, So.
Yep.
But it's good, and for something that was just kind of afterthought for us, we're doing pretty good. So much so that we're maybe really heavily investing in that area.
Yeah, we're
sometime in the very near future. I'll just leave it at that. Don't want to put none out there because we got some ideas and we don't want anyone stealing them yet. So.
Yep. We're gonna put some. We're gonna get some things going.
Definitely.
So glad we set up that account when we did.
100%.
Because that kind of changes a lot. That changed a lot of things. Because before, when we used to get anime merchandise, we used to do okay, but
our margins were terrible.
But now
our margins are pretty good.
But we already set that base. We suffered for a little bit, and now set the foundation, and now everything's building upon that. And we're even, speaking with someone today, which we'll probably talk a little bit more on that later. But maybe even taking that to the next step. You know what I mean? There's room for that as well. So,
so we got some things rolling.
Obviously, we're not trying to say too much because we don't want to, put our foot in our mouths or anything. But just know when it comes to anime merchandise in the Virgin Islands,
we're gonna be hopefully really soon. We're gonna be the end all be all, kind of like how we are for video games. As far as video game events go on Island, I think we are the Godfather, pretty much.
I mean, don't get us wrong. There's other people that they put on different events, they do different gaming stuff, but
there's gaming stuff, and then there's a VIVN.
Yeah, I don't think that any of them have really reached any major success. I mean, I think not to the level that we have. Not saying we're
not trying to toot our own horn or anything, but
because there have been some successful Smash tournaments in UVI and stuff like that, and some of those guys come here now, so but we try to do things a little different, and we always try to do things better and bigger than the last time we did them, and hopefully we can continue to do so.
Yep, for sure. When was the last? Did we touch on the tournament on our last podcast, or has it been that long?
I don't think it's been that long. We probably did touch on it.
I can't remember.
I know it's been a long.
It's been a while before we came.
It's been a really long time since we did a podcast, but I think we did touch on it.
Okay. Just making sure. If we haven't, apologize. These things kind of fall under the radar sometimes.
And a lot of things, from the past that we want to touch on.
Yeah, we had a whole idea for the Halloween episode and everything. Never came to fruition. But we can talk about our Halloween party because it's been that long. We did have a Halloween party. Sorry we didn't get to announce it. Maybe it'll make it a little bit better if we had announced it earlier.
Well, it wasn't so much a party. It was a party.
We tried to keep it low key.
Yes.
Because of there were different parties and different events going on that day or that weekend rather. Because we had it kind of going on all weekend, but it culminated on the 31st.
So it was kind of like a weekend extended into actual Halloween, where we just had kind of a trick or treat event where people can come here, get candy,
hang out for a bit
if they want to hang out in their costumes and take pictures and listen to some music. We had that all set up. It was pretty fun. People came out. Shout outs to some of our friends / members that did party bags and stuff.
Yeah, did party bags. People got all dressed up. We didn't dress up too much, but we did a little something.
We had a little something.
Saw something light. But yeah, it was a fun night. It was a good night. We played some One Night Werewolf,
Mm-hmm.
which was the hit, probably like the peak of the night, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. There was a lot of people that enjoyed that. We definitely touched on One Night Werewolf a lot on this platform as well.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, people loved it. Who played it for the first time, had a great time. Some of us drank too much, but it's another story.
Yeah. But yeah, the Halloween party. I mean, obviously we wanted to do something bigger, something better. But I think this was a nice, it
was a nice start
of the foundation
to us actually doing parties here. Not just Halloween parties, but parties in general.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was a nice start. I think our next party could very well be like a New Year's party or something like that.
I think so too.
I think we can do that.
I mean, I don't know if our wives are gonna want to have us out at New Year's, and but they can be here. But I don't know if they want to be out at New Year's.
Figure it out.
And if you're not from the Virgin Islands or from St. Thomas, you're not probably unaware. But at New Year's, there's a lot of gunfire going off. Celebratory gunfire. They're not aimed at anyone.
But gunfire nonetheless.
Gunfire nonetheless, and it could be a little nerve wracking for some people. I guess living here long enough, you kind of get used to it. But our wives aren't.
Yeah, maybe it would be better to be home. We'll probably do a Christmas party then or something. We'll figure something out. But
Definitely figure something out.
Yeah, parties here I think is cool. Not just birthday parties that people do, but us hosting parties.
It's a cool vibe. I mean, it's not nothing too crazy. There's no
It's chill.
It's chill.
We move some of the furniture on the side. They leave some dance space for people to dance, and some people dancing. Well, primarily one person in particular, but we'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
But fun times. Fun times. Yeah, lounge is great.
Lounge is great.
Like one thing I really took appreciation for earlier this week with the lounge is the little community that we're building here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a community where these people before us would never met each other,
Mm-hmm.
or even have as close a relationship as they have, and people here are like, it's almost like a little family in a sense where
people look out for each other.
People look out for each other. Like people, it's a strange how everything just came together. It's something you have to kind of witness and kind of
Mm-hmm.
experience.
And if you don't know, you don't know. But
yeah, but when you come here, like a lot of the people here, like they weren't friends before coming here.
Exactly.
And now like some of them are like the best of friends, and like it's cool to see that the gaming community is like being fostered here, and I'm looking forward to seeing it grow.
More, yeah.
Yeah, exponentially.
There's definitely more growth to be done. I mean, like we said, we eventually we're gonna outgrow this place, and we're not quite there yet. We are kind of, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
There's some days where it's just like if all our members come in one day, then it's gonna be a busy day.
Luckily, they don't all come at the same time.
They don't all come at the same time, but
if that day ever comes, it's gonna be a challenge.
I mean,
right now we can figure it out.
We can figure it out
because a lot of them are friends at this point. So
yeah, so a lot of them will just take up the front room. For the other, well, that could be challenging, a little bit. But I mean,
we'll figure it out.
We figure it out. But yeah, it's interesting the different personalities and different, I don't want to say rivalry, but there's rivalries. There's some, and that's not really animosity. It's just some people are more toxic than others.
Than you would like them to be, but yeah, there's some of that too as well.
But
for the most part, it's just all fun, chill vibes. I love it. There's worse places to work in the world, so
yeah, 100%. That being said, a lot of our other improvements that we have going on, we're terrible at advertising, so we're getting better at that.
We are doubling down on our marketing efforts.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. We're gonna be putting up some signs across the island, which has been somewhat of a nightmare, but
we're making it work.
Making it work. It's a process. So we're doing that. We may be doing some, somewhat of a partnership, I guess, if you will.
Maybe that's a possibility. We're working. We're currently discussing some efforts with someone that could help us in a lot of areas.
It has somewhat of a marketing agency that which we've gotten burned before in the past.
We've gotten burned before, and
we've had people come and they say all kind of nice things, and then they
yeah,
we spend a bunch of money and then they're gone. So But hopefully this one's different. This one seems different.
This one seems different
because they actually, you know,
according to them, they got they got their foot in the ground. They got
some pretty big clients,
mm-hmm.
locally and
abroad. So yeah, they've done some great things locally. I mean, we don't really hear about them because again, they're behind the scenes. But I definitely want to reach out to some of their clients, as
Yeah, because and that's one thing that was different about them, is that they were willing to give us a referral list of their clients. So that's good. That shows transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely appreciate it. So all things are. I mean, it looks good. If it goes the well we want it to go, it should be a good thing for us. Not just for the marketing aspect or bringing people here, but also some future things that we talked about as well. It was an overall good conversation. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, we're gonna be on the tourist map.
Yep.
So the map that goes out to the tourists, all the tourists that come to the island, they all got a map so they can see of downtown and some of the shops and stuff like that. Well, we're gonna be on that as well too. So that's
gonna be great for us.
That's gonna be great for us as far as our tourists, tapping into the tourist market.
And our afternoon, our afternoon business will definitely shoot up because of that.
Yeah. Oh, I think our morning business will show up because of that too as well.
That's kind of right.
Because our afternoons are pretty solid.
Afternoons and evenings are pretty good.
Because we literally leave lounge 12 o'clock almost every night. 11, 12 o'clock. Which is not good when you're raising a baby.
Nope.
Wife's not happy.
Nope.
But gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully, the way things are going, things continue to go on this, trajectory. Can be home more. But
yeah, and that's the goal, make more so we can bless others and hire people and
take care of our families. Which we do have an intern, so I think we mentioned that the last time. We're bringing on an intern, but yeah, the intern's been working out well.
Working out great so far.
Working out great. Covering a lot of the time where it's tough. Definitely coming through. So shout out to Kasani for that.
Definitely. And I want to transition him over eventually
to becoming an employee. Yeah, definitely. That's the purpose. I think everyone that's gonna be an employee eventually should be an intern at first, just to see if it's not like it's hard work, but just to
get a feel for how they cherish the business or how they feel about the business.
So you can pay some dues a little bit,
put some sweat in the game. And he's definitely paid his dues.
Yeah, definitely. Greatly appreciated.
I'm glad we decided to do that, and I'm glad he's the type of person he is to be open to for something like that. So.
Big shout out to that. What else? As far as
in terms of growth,
VIVN updates,
VIVN upgrades,
updates.
Talk about the signs. Talk about merch. Oh,
T-shirt line.
T-shirt. We're coming with some more new T-shirts. New T-shirt designs are going to be coming out soon.
Yep. May go into a full apparel line, but we'll start with more T-shirts and stuff like that. But yeah, we are working on some new designs, some T-shirts. We have unprinted designs already as well too. So there's a lot more to be done. But we're not gonna roll everything at one time.
Yes.
We're gonna kind of do it in stages. That way it's cost effective, and that way we could kind of build a hype
for when you build a hype slowly. Like every time
some new drops. So we have a whole.
And I think now is the perfect time because we have such a good solid base right now, and a lot of them already have shirts, and it's like well, they need to buy another shirt. Well, this is gonna be a new design, and I think design is gonna be great. I think a lot of people are gonna gravitate to it, not just. And it's not just going to be, good for people that come to the lounge, but I think it's going to be great advertising. Because people wear our shirts, like our regular shirts outside here, it's advertising when people are but people don't know what that is. They'll be like, what is that? But for the new shirts, it's going to be great. People are going to automatically gravitate towards that and want to know what that is or where that is or what's that about or where can I get that, you know what I mean? So I think it's gonna do wonders for us. Actually can't wait. In terms of a timetable,
still up in the air.
But I want to say we're gonna start the year with it. I mean, it could come up before that, but
but
a safe assessment would be starting of January. We're gonna have some new shirts And for all of you that are listening away in St. Thomas, of course, we can always mail you a shirt.
Yep. And I want to do something for our patrons that have been patronizing us for the months, even though we put out a podcast or not. There's been a lot of people that still still on the Patreon, still on the
It's true.
the podcast support and all that. So we're trying to work something out for you guys to kind of show our appreciation for you guys still doing what you guys do, still keeping us around. So
Yep.
yeah, look out for that for
Definitely
sure.
looking out for something like that. And I mean, I don't really want to mention this because we haven't looked too much into it, but it's just something we were playing around with the idea of having our own
The magazine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. It's a big asterisk next to it, but there's a strong chance you could be seeing VIVN magazines.
In the near future.
But yeah, in the near future, we'll see.
It's not,
It's
not even something that's even close to being planned out.
No,
It's just something that
we know it's possible,
and we know it's possible. We know the avenues to take to get it done.
but it's a matter of, is it the right thing to do? Like, is it like, will it actually translate to dollars, or I mean, it could translate to brand equity, which is great. Makes us look better, bigger, better than the next guy. But is it the right move? We'll see.
That's all. Once we decide that,
Yeah, once we figure it out, then it'd be great. But
and if you want us, that could be another, subscription. You can subscribe to that and get your
subscribe to VIVN magazine and get that shit in the mail.
monthly. That would be cool.
That'd be dope.
That would be great.
So we'll probably just having a lot of the same stuff we talk about here.
Mm-hmm.
All the lounge updates.
Yep. All that stuff.
Video game stuff.
Just in your periodical if you didn't get
stuff to watch. All that good stuff. Maybe our upcoming events. All of that we can put in
past
there.
events, pictures and stuff, merch. Maybe throw a coupon in there or something.
Yeah, the more I
Sky's
think about
the-
it,
sky's
the more I
the
think
limit.
about it, the more it's like.
It's a cool idea, but we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We don't want to get people excited for something that may not happen.
This is true.
I know I shouldn't have mentioned it, but once we're on the same page.
The more we talk about it, the more exciting I get. So.
Yes. We talked about it briefly, but the more like you said, the more we talk about it, the more it gets, just something that we definitely have to do.
So it's a fun idea.
But there's budgets and there's things that have
Yeah, if we
precedence.
had unlimited budget, yeah, we'd be
No problem.
killing it.
But there's a lot of things that I want to see done
Before we get
before
start splurging on all kind of
yes.
frivolous things, but
like the clothing line, the marketing,
some of the improvements to the lounge.
improvements to the lounge, the signage, all that good stuff has precedent over magazine. What magazine would be cool?
Would be cool. Be dope. So many ideas are going through my head. It's like I gotta leave it alone. But
Because we're gonna. We honestly, I mean, we say this all the time. We need a manager because we have so many creative ideas and we don't really organize too well. So a lot of it,
falls to the wayside.
falls to the wayside.
Recently, I've been writing them down. So at least, if nothing else, the ideas are being written down. Because there's so many ideas we had that it's probably just.
It's gonna take us a while. I'm like, oh yeah, yep. Like somebody reminded me about the Yu-Gi-Oh being an official tournament store. How many? What was the last time we even attempted, or
Which we are.
which we're back on track.
We're
to do now.
revisiting that.
We're revisiting that, and things looking better than last time. And I think it's just all about timing. I mean, even though I felt like the timing back then was great, maybe
It's better now.
it's better now. I don't know, but things seem to be working out. I don't know why it's working out now and it didn't work out the last time. I'm not sure exactly.
God's timing is perfect. And maybe that's why this marketing person reached out to us too. Maybe everything is just kind of coming to us. Things happen the way they're supposed to. Well,
That's all, guys. That's all I can chalk it up to.
whether it's good or bad, just be grateful for all of it.
Yep.
Can be dope. Can't wait.
That being
Yeah.
said, in terms of
All that, one of the main things we gotta do work on, which we started with, but I'm gonna end all the updates with, is we gotta figure out our podcast schedule. Cause generally, like we were on Mondays, and then Mondays was becoming a challenge because Mondays are busy. And now we start doing Thursdays because we usually were closed Thursdays, but now we're open every day of the week, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge. So we gotta figure it out. We found some time. I said we have to.
You have to do something. Gotta talk to the people.
Gotta talk to the people. People need to hear from us. So that's what we're doing. But still not definite on
An exact schedule.
Maybe this day will work again next week. We're not sure, but just keep doing what we gotta do until figure it out. But with more success and we things get better, we can
definitely carve out the time.
Carve out the time for sure. We got a lot of priorities and a lot of things that that pulls our attention. So do what we gotta do. But anyways,
In terms of video game stuff.
there's a couple new releases, I guess. Of course, the major ones, of course, is
Yeah. I mean, there's been so many since we last spoke, but I think the ones that everybody's looking out for is the Pokemon that's coming out now.
Pokemon coming out.
I don't know the
I
date.
think it's
on that.
Violet and
Scarlet.
I think yeah.
I'm not even sure the dates on those. But even before that, God of War just
God of War, Ragnarok just dropped. People are loving that. Modern Warfare just dropped as well.
Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights has been out for a little bit. Mixed reviews there. Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic Frontiers finally dropped.
People are loving that. I saw somebody post something. It's obviously clickbait, but they're saying that Sonic Frontiers is better than Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, yeah. I saw that. I was like, I didn't bother click on that. I was like, nice try.
I mean, I haven't played it, but
There's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way. Like,
that game is still good today. I almost want to revisit it. I saw someone beat. I saw 2 articles regarding Elden Ring recently. Someone beat all the Soul games back to back without being touched. For all of them, like didn't get touched. Beat.
consecutively.
Yeah, I think it was 4 or 5 of them. Played all of them consecutively. Didn't get touched once.
Wow.
That's a world record for sure. That's quite the feat as well. And someone just beat Elden Ring using a dance pad.
Good on you.
Crazy.
Yep, Elden Ring still. I mean, I haven't played it forever, but still a solid game. Oh, also another big drop that came out while we were on hiatus. Overwatch 2.
Overwatch 2 came out while we were on hiatus, and we have been playing quite a bit of it, huh?
I've been playing a lot of it. I love the game. I haven't been playing it competitively like I thought I would be. I'm still like, just doing quick play just to have fun with it. It was one of those games I can just jump in and play, get some value out of it, and move on. I need to start playing competitively. I want to start playing competitively, but
Gotta get the squad together.
and there's more people to pick from now than there was when I actually
Used to play.
used to play. So it's just a matter of organizing. That's the biggest thing. Like there's even a chat. They'll post like, okay, who's on, whatever, and like at the time I'm just not available. Again, a lot takes up a lot of time. And it's like when I'm at the lounge, I can't really play competitively because sometimes I have to answer the door, sometimes I have to do stuff.
Things will come up that can
Things come up,
mess up the whole thing.
There's the whole thing. So it's like I'm just gonna do a quick play for that. Like to me, for play competitive, I have to be at home, comfort in my own home, no distractions. Just that's how I'm gonna have to. But the thing is, when I'm home, I'm interested in doing other things. Or playing other games. So.
But yeah,
But definitely.
Overwatch 2 has been great so far.
Mixed reviews as well.
Some people are loving it, some people not so much. It feels like Overwatch, so
It's pretty much Overwatch. Slightly increased graphics, better frame rate. Balance updates.
yeah.
For everyone that says anything bad about it, I completely agree. Or everyone that says I'm good about it, I completely agree. It's one of those things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a perfect game, but it's a
Still
fun
good.
game.
Still good.
Still a good game. Still a solid game.
I'm looking forward to all the new characters that are gonna come.
That's the thing. As the next thing is like, for a long time they stopped putting out characters, and I was hoping they were. I mean, you're gonna need a break because eventually you're gonna run out of characters. There's only so many characters you can come up with, right?
Oh, look at League of Legends.
That's different.
Sure.
It's different type of game, everything, and there's different type of balancing that needs to take place. But yeah, we'll see. Well, I mean, they've already announced the next character that's coming out. Looks interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm still enjoying the tanks. Tanks are where it's at. I mean, you have to be a good tank because once it's
Because it's only you. You're the only tank.
you're the only tank. So if you're in a tank on tank battle, you need to win that battle, and the DPS needs to notice that and help you win that battle.
Mm-hmm.
Because once your tank goes down,
The whole team falls
the
apart.
whole team falls apart. So it's very team oriented,
Mm-hmm.
and if you don't have a good team, then it's gonna be a short game.
Very frustrating game as well.
Very frustrating. But yeah, other games.
Well, I mean, Apex season 15
Yep.
currently going on,
Mm-hmm.
and Apex is a game that they drop a new character every season,
Good on them.
which is good on them. New character, pretty interesting. Catalyst, she has this kind of Venom symbiote-esque thing
Mm-hmm.
where she can lock doors and make puddles that you can step in and get hurt. So it's kind of like gas, but it's because it's so obvious, people don't really walk in it. So I don't know how they can prove it. I don't know if they can like make it like bigger, like the radius, like the
Make it a bigger puddle.
make it a bigger puddle. I think it's one way to improve it, but then it would be maybe too OP. But to me, right now, it's pretty obvious when she throws it on the floor. Like nobody walks in it, but it's like the gas where it does damage over time. So if you're stepping in it, you're gonna constantly getting hit. So
It actually would be prepared well with caustic
yeah,
because once the gas hits you, it messes with your vision. So then
Can
you
walk
can't
in
see it. Then you walk in it.
and you're slowed by both. Oof,
Slowed by both.
taking damage from both.
And they increase the damage for the gas as well.
There you go.
Something we can work on for Monday.
There you go.
Ice maker.
Forgot to plug that out. But yeah, I mean, I guess it could be good for like when someone takes cover, you can get them out of their cover. Which, speaking of that, Maggie, I've been playing a lot of Maggie somewhat recently. She's exceptional for that.
That was the whole point of her. Yeah.
Point of her, but like I didn't really play her when she came out or even like after.
Mhm.
But now playing her now, I'm like, she's a really good legend. Like you double that with thermite grenade, she can just set the whole place on fire. And the skin I have on her, she does have that kind of fiery vibe going on. And I have the emote where she blows fire. It's like perfect. Everything's just perfect. But yeah, like you can't take cover next to her. Like, 'cause I play a lot of arenas too. So in arenas, it's you know where the cover spots are. So as you start shooting someone, you can just go ahead and put that right there. So by the time they take the cover, it's no longer your cover. Now you got a decision: come back out in the open and try to fight it out, or stay there and get cooked. So it's great. Still loving Apex, even though some people have fallen off because of Overwatch.
Yep.
I'm still playing a lot of Apex. I'm not playing as much as I did last season, but hopefully I get through this battle pass. I got through last season battle pass, so I'm happy about. I'm looking forward to getting to this season because last season the triple take skins, I'm glad I fought for them. So dope.
They look amazing. I'm a little bummed I didn't get them, but
So dope. Because it kind of goes in hand with the couple seasons back they had a wingman skin.
Mm-hmm.
The one where the things come out of the side. It's like the only skins I use now. I have so many and recolors come out for that. I have so many recolors of that same skin. Like I pretty much have all of them. But like because like the thing comes out on the side, and it's all like see the cogs moving and everything. The triple take is kind of like that, where it's like a bubble part that kind of moves around and kind of has a similar effect. It was like it's so dope looking. I love it. And they give you the white one when you hit 100, but I'm glad I went to 110 to get the black, because black is where it's at. The black one is so much better than the white one. I'm glad I did it. So this season, I don't think I care too much for the skin.
I haven't even looked at it.
I looked at it. It's not great in my maybe it is. Maybe I have to use it, but it's not really that inspiring. So we'll see. We'll see what I do this season. But all in all, yeah, good times. That's currently what we're playing right now, and staying busy when we're not busy. So
Well, another game that's taken a lot of my time, believe it or not, making a resurgence in my life is Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. Yep.
I've been playing a shit ton of Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure why. I mean, it's just fun to play. It's just I don't know how to describe it more than it's just a fun game, and that's the reason you play games is to have fun. And I enjoy playing Dead by Daylight. And it's like it's been like for all these years, like I've always played it, stopped playing it, stop playing it. It's like it just like Overwatch. It's one of the games I can always go back to. Like 10 years from now, I can probably still play that. But if it's still going on, I can still play that by daylight. It's just a simple concept, easy to play, hard to master type game. You know what I mean? The concept is very simple. If you're the killer, kill the survivors. If you're the survivors, try to survive. Do the generators, escape. Simple concept, but there's so many different nuances, different characters. Not just in Survivor, not just in Killers, but in Survivors, there's different characters.
Yep.
I don't ever play
Survivors.
I just don't.
I did a few times, but
I know people that do, but
Killers where it's at.
Killers is where it's at. You especially because they get a lot of license for some of the killers from some of your favorite movies. Might as well just that's what kind of got me back into it the first time. It was because I used to play it back in the day, and then when I saw, oh wait, Freddy Krueger's out. Oh, Pyramid Head. I bought those two immediately. I was like, there's no way I'm not going to be playing as these two. 100%.
Yep.
And now they continue to surprise. Like they got the girl from The Ring in there now. They got
Wesker from
Wesker. There's just so many good characters. Nemesis. So many characters that you would want to play as. So yeah, once those are coming out, I'm like, yeah, just take my money. Mm. And they had a great sale going on during Halloween. I wish I took more advantage of it. Because there was some, it was like, I think it was like half off of everything or something like that.
Oh, Black Friday's coming up. Maybe it'll come back.
Maybe if it does, I'm definitely gonna spend some coin. Because I do have some characters I want. It's like, damn it, it's a free game, but
they know how to get you.
They know how to get you.
Yeah, it's a shame that Jason isn't in it, but he has his own game.
Mm-hmm.
Which his game is similar but different. Mm-hmm. I would say Jason is more scary. I would say
it has more because there's not a whole lot of getting caught by Jason and living. You know what I mean? In that game, God, it's pretty much game over. You know what I mean? So you gotta
So there's more stakes, and to me it's darker too as well. So
yeah, it's a different.
It's more of a horror. It gives you more of that authentic horror.
It's more catered to
specifically him.
Mm-hmm. Dead by Daylight is kind of like a broad brush that kind of goes over. Like they kind of map everybody to that specific game style.
Yeah,
which. For a lot of
that's part of the lore too. Like it's figuring out how are they gonna put these characters
in this particular style, how it would work, and I like the fact that they come up with all these different. Each new character has whole new perks and stuff like that, and perks can actually be transferred from character to character.
Yeah.
Once you level them up and prestige them. So it's like, what new perks are gonna come out, and how can those perks work for all characters?
All characters. So
that's kind of a lot of the fun. Like what I like to do, like when I'm supposed to be sleeping, is like just look up different builds, seeing the builds and how they work, and seeing people play them online and how they work. I'm like, oh, okay, that looks like a fun build. So I found some good builds that I'm working towards. The Freddy one I kind of already did, and it's fun, but the way the game works, you don't always get the items you want. So it's just about leveling up and getting those items you want.
That's just their way of keeping
the game interesting.
Having you to keep playing the game.
Yes.
Because if you just unlock them and then you have them, then
I would play like maybe 2 or 3 times,
destroy everyone, and
just I'll be done. But I have to grind. Okay. If I don't have this item, I have to figure out another build without the item, and it's
until you get the item, and then you can build back.
Then you can build it back, and something I like to maybe not just get one, but maybe stack up a few so I can get a couple of games the way I want to. But yeah, cool. I also got Pyramid Head, which got me into not Pyramid Head, Pinhead, who is from Hellraiser. Correct term is a Cenobite is what he's called. For those of you that don't know. So that made me end up watching all the Hellraiser movies again because I'm like playing this character. I'm like having so much fun. I'm like I'll watch all the Hellraiser movies again, which are all trash by the way. I'm surprised he is still as popular as he is because those movies are garbage. I mean, I don't know if there's any Hellraiser fans out there or me growing up. I remember those movies being scary and they're all trash. I am on the 5th one now, and I think I haven't found one good one. I'm like, you know what? Maybe that one's pretty good. Well, the one I'm watching now, I didn't get to finish it because I always turn on when I'm going to bed and I fall asleep. But this one seems like so far to be the best one. So far, this one's I think it's Inferno, Hellraiser Inferno, I think. Man, but all prior to that, oh, garbage. I'm surprised this movie's so popular. I'm surprised they made so many of them. There's like 9 Hellraiser movies.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I didn't either. And they even brought one out this year.
Yeah, this year.
So I'm like, that's actually what really made me like, because I'm watching all these movies, like, man, these are trash, and they're still making this. I'm like, what are they doing now that they weren't doing back then? They're probably making it better. I don't know, because it's
I do hear the new one. You know, he's being played by the trans actor that was in Sense8.
Well, not really. Well, I don't think it's him per se.
Oh, so it's a different one?
It's probably because there's always different Cenobites.
Oh,
like literally anybody can be a Cenobite if they it's like, and that's the thing. It doesn't even really make sense. Like, okay, if they either choose to kill you or they're like, you know what, no, we'll make you into a Cenobite, and you just like, you were human, now you're a Cenobite.
Because it has the same pins and everything. So, but it's just a chick. Well, I shouldn't even say chick, but well.
Let's not get canceled on here.
Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, I saw the trailer. It's interesting. The actress was like, I don't mind the actress. The actress is fine, but taking over the Pinhead role, I was like,
yeah, I'm not a fan. Like,
it's a very iconic look.
The one thing I will say I enjoy about the movie more than anything else is him. Like, after and that's the next thing about these movies. They take so long to show him. Like, you go through the entire movie and you have like something you only see like to the end. I'm like, what took you so long? But I do enjoy every time I turn on the movie. Like, when will he show up? How will he show up? That's the enjoyment I get out of it. Seeing Pinhead himself. But I mean, a lot of the lore makes absolutely no sense. I don't even want to go into it because it's just like it's just really bad, stupid. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like the box. It's used to summon them, but it's also used to hurt them. What's the difference? When's the difference? Is kind of whenever you decide to. You open the box, you die. Now they're coming after you. You need the box. You're doing literally the same puzzles, but now they're. And I could tell that movie's absolute garbage. But I'm gonna watch all of them. My plan is to watch all of them.
Good luck.
Yeah, still got 5 more to go.
Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
But all that aside, a lot have been going on in the fight world.
Lots been going on in the fight world. We missed
a few events.
A lot of events.
On this hiatus, unfortunately.
Yep.
A lot of title changes.
Like, it's amazing how many times the titles have changed since our little break. But yeah, I mean, we could touch on a few that we could remember off the top.
Yeah, right? I don't think we're gonna cover any events specifically, but just memorable fights, memorable moments from MMA that happened over the past month or so that we were gone, and then yeah, we'll try to. I know this weekend there's a decent card, not another. It's another fight night, but it's Holland and
No, that's actually two. There's actually none this week. That's actually a week from now.
Okay, so then yeah, we'll just catch up this week, and then by next week, fingers crossed, if we do another episode,
we can preview that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's pull this up.
Well, one of the
gotta go back a couple weeks. Let's go back to No, that was kind of a bum card. Also not a great card. Well, I think I went back too far. Okay, no. Let's start here. Let's start at the Charles Oliveira.
Oh.
Islam. We'll start from that card. So, of course, the major takeaways from that card. Just covering look at the prelims first before I start the main. Very impressed with Bilal Muhammad.
As much as I don't like him, I am as well.
That was the biggest thing that came from the prelims. Bilal Muhammad shows that there's another level to him, and he definitely impressed me that fight. He looked like okay. He could contend for the title. Because before when he was for title shots, I was like meh.
Mm-hmm.
But now he looks like he's improved. I mean, his striking was always decent, but now he added some more grappling to his arsenal, and he's looking good. I like it. And then
Will Dariush.
Will Dariush looked good as well.
I think he's on somewhat of a win streak now.
Yeah, he says he's not calling out anybody. Just
He's gonna continue to beat people.
put somebody in front of him. He's gonna continue to beat them until they can't deny him. So good on him for that.
Sean O'Malley beat
Controversial or not controversial? What do you think?
with Peter Yan.
Peter Yan.
And
Some people were saying he lost the fight.
mm-hmm.
Other people were saying,
Yeah, Sean O'Malley split decision with Peter Yan.
Personally, I thought he won.
Peter Yan or O'Malley?
O'Malley. I mean, I thought it could have gone either way. Like, if it went Peter Yan, I wouldn't have been upset.
Mm-hmm.
And it went this way, I wouldn't have, because it was a very close fight.
Yep.
But I am happy that O'Malley won because
He has more hype around him, and
he has more hype, and he can do more for the UFC as far as like long term.
Yeah.
Because Peter Yan was a champion already. Didn't do much with it. Instead of getting a beef with Aljamain Sterling, and Aljamain Sterling beat him, unfortunately. So.
Which, speaking of Aljamain Sterling, he beat TJ Dillashaw.
Which, oh man, I feel so bad for TJ Dillashaw because
He had a separated shoulder.
he was on a long hiatus for a while. Come back from a knee injury, because he sustained his last fight, got a knee injury in the fight, continued the fight, still won. To then come into this fight injured and come into the fight injured.
With a shoulder injury.
No one knew. Kept it away from the doctors and everybody. And like within the first few seconds of the fight, shoulder came out.
Mm-hmm.
Fought through it, got to the second round, shoulder came out again, and it was just couldn't continue. It's a tough break, but Aljamain Sterling just has to be the luckiest
Yep. And now he said he doesn't want to fight till next year.
And now he said he doesn't want to fight. It's like,
Yep.
oh man, he's not doing anything to earn any fans.
Nope.
And to I mean I don't. I probably don't respect him as a person, but just just how he got the belt, didn't like. How he carried himself after getting the belt,
Didn't like.
knowing that people didn't like how he got the belt, I didn't like that, and now this happening, I didn't like this happening, and now him carrying on, I was like,
Yeah.
it sucks,
100%.
but
He's a champ.
he's a champ, and the thing, another annoying thing about him, he has that guy, I forgot his name, Dawashvili, is in his camp,
Mm-hmm.
fighting in the same weight class, same weight division, and saying he's not going to fight Aljamain Sterling. Dawashvili is a monster.
And he's beating just about everybody.
So now, not only does Aljamain Sterling has a belt, now he also has a body, someone at a gatekeeper.
A gatekeeper, there, yep.
You're probably going to have to beat to get the title, which is so annoying. He's literally just there to protect Aljamain Sterling.
He's literally in the perfect scenario. Aljamain is. He could be champion for a long time.
So annoying.
One, he doesn't like to fight. He doesn't. He's always,
Fight once, maybe twice a year.
Mm-hmm. And now he has a gatekeeper. So anytime there's someone who's building up, like, oh, this could be the next person,
He'll just send them out,
$7 really.
send the goons out, and then that's it.
If that really wins, then boom.
So
That wasn't worth it.
anyways, enough about Aljamain Sterling. Moving on to the fight that everyone wanted to see that night, the main event. Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. And Oliveira tried, was showing his toughness. He tried. Oliveira is definitely a tough guy, but ultimately, Islam Makhachev showed what everyone knew about him, that he is that guy. Took him down in the second round, subbed him out, no problem.
Yep.
And that's going to be a tough guy to beat. And the interesting thing now is that they're setting up the fight between him and Volkanovski, which to me is going to be a good fight for both men.
I think so too.
Because of who Islam is associated with Khabib and everything, and how dominant of a champion Khabib has been, and how dominant of a champion Islam is shaping up to be. To now fight someone, coming for your belt from another weight class that has already been dominant, it's like, it's truly what the UFC is, the best fighting the best.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a great night. Like, that card needs to be stacked.
That card needs to be stuck.
Because that when that fight comes on, I need to be, like, buzzing. So, that's going to be good. I don't want to give out any predictions for that fight yet, but because Islam is everyone's favorite right now.
If Volk wins, he earns my respect.
He's undeniable. Well, I felt that way the last time Volk fought. because I didn't pick him for his last fight. And I was like, he's not gonna win. I'm not really a Volk fan, but his last fight he showed that he's definitely the man. So,
Yep.
Looking forward to seeing that fight. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good stuff. Let's see here. Yep, another guest showing up at the lounge, which is, shows you why why we've been missing for so long.
Yep.
Can't get your break. Lounge is a popular spot, which is why we need employees to kind of hold things down while we take care of the podcast. But at any rate, that was that card, and the Calvin Kattar card happened after that, which was nothing really to write home about. Although, Waldo Acosta, the guy from the Dominican Republic, fought on that card and won, moving to 7-0 in that fight. He was definitely somebody to look out for. Yep. Arnold did his thing too.
Arnold is still undefeated.
Still undefeated, did TKO.
Wait, no, is he undefeated?
No, he lost one.
No, he lost.
But he's undefeated in the UFC. Looking great as well, taking out Kattar, which is no easy feat. Good number for that. And then that other card, Neil Magny got a submission over Daniel Rodriguez in the third. But yeah, that was probably the most. Oh no, what's his name? Grant Dawson beating Mark Madsen. No one saw that coming, huh?
Which one?
Grant Dawson when he beat Mark Madsen. Mark Madsen being the
yes.
No one saw that coming. But that was
he literally out-wrestled him.
Out-wrestled one of the greatest wrestlers in MMA today. So that was pretty big. And then going over to 281, which is more recently one of the best cards happened in a long time. This card was one of the best pay-per-views of the year. Everything it was hype all the way through. A lot of great fights on here. Even the opening fight was pretty good.
Yeah, the
Carlos Alborg.
He
showing that he stepped up his game too as well. He's looking great.
Part of the same camp with Israel Adesanya.
Marcel Jackson looked great too as well. A lot of guys. I mean, I don't want to go through every particular card, but Carolina came. She fought not recently, but she fought this year already. But she looking good this fight. Doing her thing, still doing her thing. I'm happy to see it. I was very happy for her when she won her fight.
Brian Spann versus Dominic Reyes.
Brian Spann might be the next John Jones.
He could be. He has a lot of the intangibles, like he. For one, he says this was the first camp he actually trained.
Yeah,
which a lot of people don't know, but John Jones was kind of the same way. He kind of used to coach through a lot of his training camps. That being said, he beat Dominic Reyes
pretty handedly in the first round.
Very, very handedly,
decisively.
Dominic Reyes, he fought for the belt, but since then has just been.
Yeah, I mean he was undefeated up until then, and now he's 12-4 now.
Yeah, he has 4 straight losses, something like that. It's crazy.
It's rough.
That's the sport.
And the best thing that happened in the prelims, by far, in my opinion. Moicano.
This is Rydell, yep.
First round sub. Rydell is no joke, but Moicano put it on him.
Immediately.
You won't believe. And then had the best, after fight speech.
Yep.
We've never seen him this animated. But he was very vocal. And the best line that came out of it for me was, Moicano wants money.
Speaking about himself in the third person.
He was speaking about himself in the third person, and it was great. He's bigging up New York and everybody. It was great. Great fight. And
the main card was great too.
The main card was great.
Started off with Dan Hooker getting back in the win column.
Oh, so happy for him. So happy for Dan.
Yeah, you can see he's just so happy. He
needed that one, huh?
For someone who has been on a bad stretch, he was like Dominic Reyes, where he's just on a bad stretch of losses. Not just losses, but actually getting finished. And then, Claudio Puelles, I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
He's, up-and-comer young guy. There was touting him to be like, the next big thing, and Dana goes like,
Hooker
no.
shut that down.
Nope.
Got him out in the second round, so good for Hooker there. Then we lost the legend, of course, and Frankie Edgar. Losing to Chris Gutierrez.
Mm-hmm.
Finished him pretty handily in the first, so it was time for Frankie to go, unfortunately.
Got his whole family out there. They
It was
didn't see
rough.
that. I mean, it's his last fight, so I guess they want to be there because they probably weren't there for a lot of the other ones. But
It was a rough one, but it's time for Frankie, and he had a great career. He's one of those guys that always kept coming, even if he got hurt. If you hurt him, if you didn't put him away, he was coming back that same round. So legend. And then probably one of the best fights of the year.
Yep, Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler. What a barn burner!
Back and forth, huh?
Just swinging him.
It could have easily been anyone's fight.
But Poirier is just a different animal.
Poirier just knows how to.
Honestly, Poirier could be the champion. I mean, Makhachev is no joke, and
I don't know.
and Oliveira did beat him, but Poirier is right up there with those guys.
He is 100%. And he even said in an interview, he said he credits a lot of that to him just being comfortable with the uncomfortable. When fights get hard, he knows that it sucks. Even for him, but in the later rounds, he knows it sucks for the other guy too, and he enjoys the fact that it sucks for both of them, and he knows that he can push harder than the other guy in those uncomfortable positions. So he's a guy that likes to go into deep waters and sees who can swim, and that he did. I mean, Chandler, since he came to the UFC, has not been a boring fight, huh?
Nope. But he also has not been winning as much. But
he hasn't, which I know it's not good for him. But he's kind of taken over where Gaethje left off. Where Gaethje was always that guy who was always in exciting fights, but not for the good reasons, because most of the time you're the one getting the damage. But Chandler's kind of taken over that, but being more outspoken, being more technical, I guess, as well than Gaethje. And of course, both of them did fight in the past, and they had one of the best fights as well. So, yeah, there's someone in that regard. But I feel bad for Chandler because he's so good on the mic, and he's such a good guy that you want to see him do well.
You want to see him do well, so you can see more of that.
He's been since coming to the UFC, been racking up some of those losses, huh? For a guy that was undefeated for a long time, he was king of Bellator for a long.
You didn't realize that the best are in the UFC, and now it just proves that.
Yeah. Now he's calling out Conor. So he still wants a Conor fight,
Yeah, who doesn't want the Conor fight? And it's not a bad. I would give it to him.
That would be a big fight.
That'd be a huge fight.
That fight would sell.
But the thing is, I think he might be able to beat Conor because he's more active.
Not only because he's more active, because maybe that could work against him too. Because I was gonna think he's very aggressive.
But
exactly, I say it could probably work against him because that's what Conor likes.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know. If he lands on Conor, hurts Conor.
Well, that's what the old Conor likes. We don't really. I mean,
that's true. We haven't seen Conor fight in years, so.
And not only that, but even the last time he fought. I didn't see. He wasn't the same. He's not the same guy. He's not that same.
He doesn't have that sharpness.
That sharpness. That sniper sharpness. That you make a mistake, he makes you pay. He doesn't have that
anymore. Yeah. And the guy's wealthy now, so he's like. How hard are you actually training? You know what I mean? He's huge now, though. I don't know what he's doing, but he's massive. Some are speculating foul play, especially because he's out of the Ishado pool. Who knows? But all that's good stuff. And then, of course, Carla Esparza versus Weili, going the way we knew it was gonna go.
Yep, give me that.
Surprised it took so long.
Give me that.
I thought it was gonna happen in the first round, but
yep,
Carla made it to the second round. Weili just snatched the belt away. Congrats to Weili. And now who's next for Weili?
I mean, since she won the belt, she's been all over. I see UFC has her all over and a bunch of ads, and she's going to big hockey games and all
they're pushing her a lot because it's they love the Chinese market, I guess. They love the UFC over there. Oh. It's cool. I kind of feel bad for Carla Esparza, but it's like
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
She's not that exciting a fighter for me anyway, and
skills aren't quite there.
The people that are better than you. This is what it is.
She wasn't supposed to beat Rose the second time, but we'll see. And Rose is going to fight Weili, I think, again. Probably if Rose still wants to fight, but we'll see. And then, of course, the fight of the night, Adesanya versus Pereira, which Adesanya was winning. Was doing great. Tearing up the fight. Looking like,
Yeah, Adesanya that we all know him to be.
And we thought he was going to run away with this one, but got caught in the fifth. A lot like Kamaru Usman did.
And I mean, Alex Pereira just has that atomic left hand.
He has that atomic left hand.
If he can do it to Izzy, he can do it to anybody.
Pretty much. But I don't know if you've been following what Izzy's been saying lately.
I haven't.
It's interesting. If you listen to what Izzy's saying, it's like... Because when the stoppage happened, I did feel like it was a bad stoppage. Because I could tell that he was still there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure with the roar of the crowd and all that was going on, maybe the referee was in like a more heightened, stimuli area. But I could say Izzy was still there.
Mm-hmm.
Izzy was saying that one of those kicks that Alex threw caught his pineal nerve. Perennial nerve.
Yeah.
Which, of course, we know shut down his leg. So he said that's when he was walking laterally and he fell. It wasn't because he was hurt. It was because his leg buckled and it made it look like he was hurt. So he realized that he couldn't, go left or right because his leg wasn't there.
So that's what he was.
So he had his back into the cage and then he was swaying to kind of avoid shots, which a lot of those shots didn't really land. But he was already, the referee already saw him got hit already. And then seeing him stumble and then that happened. So he's like, but he's not making excuses. He said the kick happened because of something Alex did. So he, congrats to him. He did win the fight, but obviously he wants a rematch and, he feels confident he can get done the rematch, which...
He better.
Right? I mean, when you consider everything that Alex Pereira has been to this guy, this is like to me, this is the most truest arch nemesis we've ever seen, like in real life.
Mm-hmm.
To where this guy beat you the first time you guys fought in kickboxing. Fight that you were winning, but you lost the decision. To say, yeah, you're going to do the rematch and you're going to put him away. To them, you're getting him hurt in the second fight, and then he put you away in the second fight, knocking you out flat on your back. His family, everything taunting you in the cage when you're still unconscious, which is a bad look. To then you leaving that sport after that, coming to a completely new sport, becoming the champion of said sport, to now this guy coming, not doing half the work that you did to get your title shot, to get a title shot against you, to then take your belt from you again. Like that.
It's tough.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Like, this is the guy you have to be like. If they fight again, Izzy go to decision.
Not good enough.
It's not good enough.
Gotta kill this man.
You have to.
Yeah, you gotta put this man.
You gotta put him away, like to put a stamp on it. Because if it goes to decision and it's close, it's like. But even if it's not close, it's like, okay, Izzy won, and it won't be as memorable. But if Izzy knocks him out, like puts him away,
it can be huge.
It can be huge. But the problem with that fight, this guy knows how to knock you out. He knows how to get that left hand to your head. He's done it every time you fought. Granted, you did a great job avoiding it this time. Still caught you. So, but I mean, hats off to Izzy to still want to do the fight. I mean, Izzy, if I was Izzy now, it would be the perfect time to move up to 205 and see go on a second run up there. Which actually wouldn't be a good look either.
Because Alex is a 2-division champ and he has fought 205.
And he's so big for that division, so you know he can make 205. That would suck for Izzy to leave that division. Alex follows him there too. It's like
double champ.
Oh man, that's why you gotta kill these guys. People you gotta beat convincingly and decisively.
But
maybe even injuring, just to
not see him again, right?
Just so he knows, like, yeah, you fight me, yeah, you're getting hurt. I don't know.
Gotta earn some respect.
I
have heard Hamzat's been calling him out a lot.
That would be a fight.
That.
I don't know how I feel about that fight. Because personally, I feel like anyone with grappling can probably beat Alex.
Also, and
Hamza has the best grappling, so it's like.
But I mean,
that left hand though.
That left hand.
And Alex is pretty strong too, so you have to get down on the ground.
Alex has good wrestling defense as well.
Maybe that's the fight.
If I remember correctly, I think the Bruno Silva fight, he showcased some. I mean, not the Bruno's like world class wrestler, but jiu-jitsu guy. You know,
It's gonna be interesting. If that is actually indeed the next fight.
I would actually rather see that than an Easy fight, because I think Easy just needs some
Time to
do something.
you.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Hamzat versus Pereira, two of the most scariest men in the division.
And probably the UFC. That'd be a fight.
That's a fight.
And then this past weekend, to wrap things up here,
Yep, nothing too crazy.
nothing too crazy. Big unfortunate announcement that Derek Lewis supposed to be getting the main. Was supposed to be the main event.
Got ill.
Got ill. I did see the article to click to see what it was. I did not read it yet. But he got sick day of, because even that day when the card started, they were still announcing Derek Lewis was the main event. So it was like still good. But then during the card, the prelims are like, yeah, this ain't happening. Notable fight.
I mean, the one fight that I really want to talk about is Jack Della Maddalena.
Yeah, Della Maddalena.
Oof.
Versus Danny Roberts. Danny Roberts is
I honestly, I picked Danny Roberts to win that fight.
100%. Danny Roberts is no joke.
Danny Roberts is no joke, but he made Danny Roberts look like he was absolutely nothing.
It made it look like he didn't belong in there with him.
Not even close. And I was like, that is scary.
He put those hands on him. Crushed him with some body shots.
He put those hands on him, and he just kept putting those hands on him. I've never seen somebody fight that crisp and that aggressive in like a long time.
His boxing is on point.
He is what everybody wants to see in the UFC. You know, people don't like to see a lot of the standing around. He didn't do a lot of that standing around stuff. He just came straight forward.
Once you're in range, you're getting it.
You're getting it, and a lot of it until you don't want any more of it. Until you back out of range, because he's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It was no hit. See where you're doing, hit. No, it was keep hitting you. I don't know how sustainable that is, but he was making it look good.
Yep, got him under in the first round. So, good on him for that.
I'm interested to see what they do with him, but that's definitely a name I'm going to continue to look out for.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressed. And then you have Mr. Dr. Waldo Cortez Acosta in 3 weeks.
Fought twice.
Got 2 wins.
Yep. Also, he got to 8-0 in his last fight. Now he's currently 9-0. Winning this fight this last weekend. From the Dominican Republic. Started out great in the first round. He kind of faded a little bit, but he still stayed active, and did enough to win the decision. Good on him, because he was cracking Chase Herman
with some shots,
with some bombs,
and
I just would not go away.
I don't even know how he.
Good on him for that.
Yeah. Toughness at its finest. Well, actually, toughness at its finest is the Andre Filo versus Muslim Salikov fight.
Yeah. I mean, Andre Filo, like the referees had to stop the fight because
he wasn't going anywhere, and he was just taking too much damage.
Taking way too much damage, taking spin kicks to the head, and just not getting out. Like, how thick is your skull? And you can tell these shots were hurting. Even some of the body shots were hurting him. Like when you get a body shot, a strong enough body shot, your body gives away, and you see it happen to him. You see his legs give, but he's like, nope, just toughed it out. Like the man, this guy was like so tough. Like seeing that, I wanted him to win because of how tough he was, but in the third round, the referee was like, this is enough of this.
Enough of this.
You're gonna die in here at this point. So. But yeah, I'll move on to the main event though. We have maybe another Nigerian star.
Kenny Njoku.
Went up against my boy Kutalaba, which I would like to see Kutalaba fight. Never, shies away from fight. He's always in your face, always aggressive, and always doing some unorthodox stuff to get your attention. But Kennedy was right there waiting for all of it.
And was hitting him with some knees that were just coming out of.
And he planned for it. The interviews, he said, he knew it was coming. So,
and every time he shot in or anything, he got hit.
His coach called it in the second round, because he didn't throw it in the first round. He said, even though he saw it coming, he didn't throw it in the first round because he didn't want him to get used to that and not to worry about it. He wanted to get comfortable wrestling, so he let him take him down in the first round. Like the camera was like, damn, that's like strategy.
Strats.
He let him take him down the first round, you know.
Felt comfortable.
Felt comfortable. You know. Second round, every time he shot.
Every time he got
Blasted within it. Guy, to me, he reminds me of like a John Jones in a sense where very unorthodox with his striking, and he's like super humble. You know, early John Jones was like,
very
humble he was.
Yep.
But this guy, you can tell, is genuine. John Jones, we thought it was genuine, but we learned later. But
I thought John Jones was genuine, but then I think money changed him.
Could be.
I think so.
But with this guy, like, I don't know if you ever heard his story.
I haven't heard the story.
It's so tragic. Like, his mother got sick with I think ALS.
Yes, he did mention a little bit of it in the
in the fight. Yeah, so that's pretty much. His mother did everything she could to get him to the States just so he can fight in the UFC.
Jeez.
Just so he can fight, like, and now that he's here, whatever, he got to fight. Like he's a sole provider for his mother right now. So he's taking care of his mother. He's not. He doesn't live apart. Like he takes care of his mother. When he's not fighting, that's what he's doing.
Damn.
That is after his father left them, pretty much.
Oof.
So like that's why he's fighting. I'm not fighting that guy.
Nope.
I'm never fighting that guy.
You don't fight those people. If I'm in the light heavyweight division and his name comes up, I'm not fighting him. For a number of reasons. One,
you don't want to take money out of that family's.
You don't want to take money out of that person's pocket. You want to see them do well.
Secondly,
you're getting between a man and that. You're lucky to leave with your life.
100%. So after hearing all that, I'm like, I'm a huge fan. And he's from Nigeria too, and he speaks good English.
Speaks great English.
Speaks proper English, you know, and he's super humble, super humble. I love to see it. Like, didn't call it anybody. He even said, like, you know, he wished like his earlier fights that he had in the UFC or outside of the UFC. Like he felt like he come to the UFC a little bit early. He says it's no big deal. He's just gonna grow up in the cage, so he just wants to work his way up slowly. He's not calling anybody out. Just wherever they call him to fight, he was fighting. He's gonna grow up in the cage. Like he's super humble about it. Those are the guys you want to see win.
Yep.
And if he's this good now, that guy's gonna be a problem.
Him versus Span. Well, Span's ranked kind of high right now, so that wouldn't happen. But him versus Span.
It can happen eventually, but I've seen Span lose, and I've seen him lose too. He lost to
The reason I say that because like
he fought someone that's kind of on a tear right now. I don't know. It's not coming to me, but yeah, he lost in the UFC already.
Like two John Jones prototypes fighting each other too.
There you go. Speaking of John Jones, him and Ngannou met in the gym recently.
Oh, yeah?
They did a video. I wish I had it there. I should have saved it. Just, you know. Hey, both of them on the camera, pretty much. Wakanda forever. Jones is so corny. But, yeah. Kind of cool. Interesting to see. Jones is looking a little big. Like, when I see him standing next to...
Ngannou?
Same size, if not bigger. I'm like, ugh. Damn. But we know he has skinny legs, but as far as height and like mass, Jones looked the same size.
Heavyweight John Jones. He could make a resurgence.
I think so.
Because the heavyweight division is not that talented. No offense.
There's a lot of room to grow there.
So to put a talented guy up there. Ew.
It's going to be a problem. Can't wait to see it. If they finally figure out what they're doing with that. But
yeah. Well, he's fighting. We know he's fighting. It's just a matter of who's
going to fight, yeah. They want Ngannou, but might have to settle for Stipe, but Stipe doesn't want to be second fiddle to nobody, so. And there's even thoughts of Stipe threatening to quit UFC altogether, like, don't have to fight anymore. Just interesting.
He's done enough. Like, there's nothing left for him to, like, are you going to get the belt again?
True. He had a good run.
He had a good run. If he wants to retire, I think it's
a good time.
It's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, this is another episode in the books.
Finally
got it done. Thank you guys for sticking with us.
Before we go off air, one thing we completely forgot to mention, which is more on a somber note, which I hate to end on a somber note, but Jason David Frank Green Ranger is no longer with us.
This is true. R.I.P. to the Green Ranger.
This is one of my
Idols
favorite
growing
people.
up.
Yeah, idol growing up for a long time. And I not liking what I'm hearing. I'm not gonna comment too much on his cause of death or anything, but hate to see him go out like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate to see somebody, because it just shows you really don't know what people's going through or whatever.
Amen to that. And just running on Summer Nose, Rumble Johnson also.
Anthony Rumble Johnson, also very young.
Also very young, passed away. Dealing with some he had cancer and
Mm-hmm.
didn't say much to anybody about it. Kind of like Chadwick.
Mm-hmm. Just upped it out.
Which yeah, we'll talk about Black Panther next episode.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. But on that note, thank you guys again. Continue to roll with us and rock with us through the good and the bad and all of it. So continue to leave your comments in the comment section. Like, subscribe if you like our videos and all that good stuff. And with that, you guys continue to be good to each other. Stay safe out there. IsaacBoyz out.